Okay, so restarted the stream. I'm also getting some stuttering in game though, so it might be the internet rather than the stream itself, or it's the game that's actually stuttering the same way that Christoph had stuttering issues earlier. Let me know in the chat whether it's resolved it or not. Part of me thinks that possibly it's my system, once the buffer of the replay buffer has got to a particular size, the file, that maybe something's going on in the memory. I don't know. I drive the car. I have no idea how the internals work. That is just as accurate a description of the situation in the virtual sim racing engineering world. I have no idea what's going on inside the computer, and it applies just as much in the physical world. I've got no idea what's going on inside my car. See there, Christoph is nailing that apex. See, let's have a look at his lap times. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Right side. Clear.
Okay, let's catch up with him in the stream. Hi, I am Loomis. Yeah, I think it's going to happen again. On the iPad. It's still stuttering. So I don't know. It might be my connection. It might be a number of things. What I will say though is, normally, even though it's stuttering here, when it comes to exporting the stream from YouTube, from Twitch into YouTube, normally these issues aren't there. So if any of this gets to the point where you can't cope and you need to just go, we will, as with every other stream, put this up on our YouTube page at Blue Flag Racing. Sorry, Blue Flag Racing. But yeah, if you follow us on Twitter at Blue Flag Racing, every time we stream or upload the replays or the streams to YouTube, you get a notification there as well. Pop along to our Facebook page if you like to see what's going on in the team. You'll see all of the links across the bottom here. Or if, like me, you like things visually to be nice, eye candy, you'll see below in the channels, or they're off on the left, we've got the Flipboard magazine we've started putting together, which is just collating either our streams and replays, or other replays that are in the same mold, replays, stream videos that are in the same mold in the wider sim racing community. And we just going to start collating them and reflipping them into that magazine. So if you follow the Flipboard magazine, then you'll get
Right side.
Ooh,
Clear, clear.
It's that same car, isn't it?
Clear.
We seem to be having trouble with that car. We're going to have to try and avoid it in the race. I think for some reason both of us aren't quite managing to understand what the drivers of the car is going to do or where it's going to be. We're just, I think it's us rather than that car.
Yes, it was my fault because I hit him on the back, but he took the strange line on the middle, so I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go to the outside, and yeah, but I should have been more careful, I can say.
That's that's what I think happened to me down into the second hand at the end of the back straight, because I did the same thing. I just misunderstood where he was or where he was going, and I just hit him in the back as well. Um, the internet upload speed, what is it actually at the moment? I'll do a speed test. But you can
Okay,
see,
I go next lap. So now, can you check on iSpeed about about this fuel, all these things?
yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah, practice. We've got 30 more minutes of practice. Yeah, I'm going to do that in a second when I get back in the car and I get a true indication of what the fuel burn is. Per lap, I'll do the calculation, but because it's only going to be an hour for the unofficial race, if we start with 90 litres, we'll see when we run out, or if we get to 30 minutes, we'll see how much fuel's burned, and we can add that into the calculation as well for tomorrow. Yeah, so
Yeah, you're right. I think it's a very good idea. Can you jump in the car for a minute because I have a phone call. Someone's calling and my son is discussing now, so and I should discuss as well. So if you can jump for a few minutes, it would be great.
yep, sure. Um, Let me get the fuel burn number anyway. Um, yeah, so as Christoph says, yeah, we've hit that
Okay,
car.
thank you very much, Mark.
Yeah, no problem. We've hit that car twice. So, as Christoph said, being the car at the back that hits the car in front, it's our fault. It's just like highway code wherever you live. However, there is also that element of if the driver in the car is getting up to speed or is having problems. Let's have a look which car it is and where it is in the standings. And they're just you can't predict where they're going to be. You end up hitting them. It happens a lot. It used to happen, I should say, a lot with me. Well, actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. If you go back again onto the Blue Flag Racing YouTube page and you look back at any of the season 3, not 4, so season 3 videos in the V8 supercars around the back end of the year, you'll see that. Let's check the track. In a lot of those races, well, I think it was for the first. Okay, I've got stutters in game, so it might be the game as well that's stuttering. So it might be my internet connection. So yeah, it's because I was possibly still getting up to speed with the Holden. My approach to turns probably meant I was going in and braking sooner or taking lines people weren't expecting. And what Christoph and I have just done to that car, have no idea where it's going and what it's doing, so bang, that was happening to me. Whoops. Some of the hits I got, I think, were just people being optimistic rather than conservative, because I usually race conservatively. And other hits were probably me just putting my car in the wrong place at the wrong time, at the wrong speed, and them not understanding what I was going to do. What also happened was there was an influx of new drivers to the car, and it takes, yeah, I'm getting stutters in game, so maybe in the house someone's now on the PlayStation, because I don't know about you lot, but for some reason when you're on the PlayStation network you seem to use up a lot of bandwidth. The Xbox didn't do that. He's moving, but is he moving left or is he moving right? Okay. But yeah, so I went through a phase of really being frustrated. I couldn't finish a race because I was getting punted in the rear in turn 1 or turn 2. And it's one of those things of, you know what? Because it wasn't the same driver every time, no matter how much I want to apportion responsibility to that driver, I have to accept I must have been doing something to keep pushing my car in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong aspect with regards to or in relation to the corner. And that guy right now is just trying to figure out his way around the track. But what this is telling me is Okay, went in a bit deeper. Ooh, nice. And no 1x. Yeah, what this is telling me is when the race starts, we don't want to be anywhere near that car. Ever. I told you that felt nice. Ooh, Days of Thunder moment. And stutter.
Left side. Clear.
Notice how I went silent because I shifted up mentally to about 98%, and I knew in that last sector I lost time. That lap, you would have known better than me because you've got the live deltas, but ooh, stuttering hell.
Car off the track on the
Yep,
left.
see, it's something about this build. When cars are locking up or going off into the dirt, it's really putting a load on the GPU. I got greedy there. Got greedy. My internet upload speed's 6 gig. Is it 6 gig? Yeah. 6 gig or 6 meg? I lose track. With 100 down. Okay, I need to get out of Lee's way because etiquette is if you come out the pits. Well, actually, let's see what happens if I get on the straight. Is he in a category car? Class of car, I should say. That's slower in a straight line. If you come out the pits about 4 seconds in front of someone, you've already distracted them. And they're already thinking, where will you be when I get to the corner? Because I don't expect you to be up to speed. But yeah, if the strings stopped messing around, although you can see in-game is stuttering as well, and you were watching, you would have seen
We'll be fine.
when I ooh, did it again. Roll out. Let's see, can I lose some time without losing too much, but lose enough to get rid of the slowdown? Surely that was enough. Nope, we're going to get black flagged. This is another one of those tracks. You have to pretty much come to a standstill. Yeah, but you would have seen a perfect example of me shifting into whether it's self 1 or self 2. I can't remember which self it is.
Oh, okay, I'm back, Mark.
Cool.
After a phone call, family was calling, so I should have picked up the phone. So.
Car started sliding there. Yep, no problem. You would have seen that mentally I shut down everything that wasn't that primal instinctive in the zone, drive the car, be the car, and that did not involve, or sorry, that did not include speaking. And it was because subconsciously my brain said, you do realise you're hooking up your sectors, right? You do. You understand this, don't you?
Your eyes open.
And if you keep talking,
Keep going, keep going.
you're letting self 2 have the podium. What I'm going to do when qualifying starts is let Christoph have the car first and restart my computer. See if it's something to do with, I don't know, graphics, memory buffer or something. Ooh, too deep. When qualifying starts, Christoph, I'll give you the car first to let me restart the game, because I'm getting lots of graphic stutters as well now. I think it's people going off in the dirt, or my replay folder is too big for my hard disk or something, I don't know.
No problem at all, Mark. No problem.
Okay, see there?
So today is 2 hours race or 4 hours race? I think 2 hours, yes?
I think it's just the one. That's what it says in the information at the top of the screen.
Wow, okay, I will check to be sure.
Okay, and what you'll also see if we get into the race. Okay, where are you? Oh, my.
Yeah, sorry about that in earlier on. That was my fault.
Went in too deep, bad line, lost too much speed, but just got on it anyway. And the stutters are really bad now. Okay, hesitated on the gas. What you'll see in the race is I don't race the way I practice. I don't push the car to the limits I'm pushing it to.
Yep, you were right, Mark. It's from 7 PM to 8 PM. It will be the test race tonight.
Cool. Is the stream still running or is it stopped?
It's still running. I see you, only I switch off the voice.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just on my iPad. It's frozen.
No, there are 6 people on the stream, and still I'm watching you, so don't worry.
Okay, cool. Thanks. On the stream, then, under the webcam picture where it's got the eye speed, can you see the live fuel burn rates?
I see speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, 4, 5, 6, last lap and your best lap.
Yeah, my fault. I haven't turned on the window with the fuel. Otherwise, I'd have to turn off the chat window. Yep, no problem. It won't matter for the practice race today anyway, because we're just going to take a full tank.
Yeah, we can switch only without refueling the car, right?
Yeah, once we get to 30 minutes. If you take, do you want to take the first stint? Because you're, was it 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours ahead of me?
It doesn't matter for me. I'm free today. Tomorrow I don't have to wake up really, so I can play tonight as long as possible. Don't worry about it, and I will get used to your choice.
Okay, but yeah, whichever you want to do. If you want to take the first stint, that works for me, that's fine. Actually, if you take the first stint, what I can do is I can watch the fuel burn rate and figure out when we get to 27, 28 minutes, how much fuel's in the car, and then figure out what we would need to do at the pit stop if it was the actual race.
Okay, let's do it this way. I think it's a good idea. And so I will raise the first stint and you will raise the last one.
Cool.
Car on the right.
Oh, see, driving this car is gonna spoil me for the V8, so I really...
Yeah, I think it will be a good practice for me as well, because I think that your skills driving in the crowd is much better than me, because I have difficulties, you know, to concentrate during the big crowd, and I think it will be good practice for me as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think you underestimate yourself, because even in the Spa race, you put on some really good stints. Bad gear shift.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was a great race. I like all the team races, so I think it will be the same tomorrow. Only we have to be patient and then don't take a big risk.
Agree. Okay, there I really bad throttle control during that section.
Am I on the stream now or no?
Yep, you can say hello to everybody if you want, actually.
Of course, hello everybody, welcome to our Blue Flag Racing channel. So it's my debut talking to you, because usually when I'm driving it is difficult for me to discuss. As Mark is doing, so he's doing all the best, and I think it's quite well. With me it's a problem, but best regards from me. My name is Krzysztof Babi. I am in the Blue Flag Racing since 2007 together with Mark. So nice to meet you. Now we open the recruitment, so I think if you decide to join us and you are a gentleman with track, you are the best person for us. Enjoy the stream then.
Yeah, I'm getting really bad stutters now, so when qualifying starts, I'll definitely give you the car for the first qualifying stint, so I can maybe restart the computer. Or actually, I might not need to restart the computer, I just need to be able to exit the session.
No problem at all. I will have to only use my headphones now for the qualifying race.
Hold up just a second.
Okay, I'm just going to repair the car, take some fuel out, and see what time I could put in qualifying. So just change it to quali trim since we've got how long left. Let's have a look. We've only got about 13 minutes before qualifying, so can either just try qualifying with a full tank, or I'm just going to try it with 25 litres.
Right, it's a good question.
Because yeah, when it comes to endurance races, sometimes I just think there's no point in qualifying overly well. I'd much rather just be able to consistently run the car. Sorry, I was looking on my Optimal to see if someone was coming up behind me, and it looked clear, but I don't know if I came out in front of someone or if they followed me out the pits. Something then that will be really helpful, I think, in the race. I saw some of the other teams do it on their streams. Hadn't thought of it before, but when the other drivers exiting the pits, if we change the camera view to blimp, we can then see down the pit straight and give a better idea of whether or not it's clear to merge into the racing line.
I do not know what you mean, Mark, to be honest.
So you know right now, you know when you're watching the game from the garage, and you can change the camera views. If you're not driving, when it comes to you get out of the car at the pit stop, if you change the camera to blimp view, you'll have a better idea of what traffic's coming up at the pit exit as the other car. Ooh.
Clear.
I think he overdid that braking. Yeah, so I'll show you what I mean when I give the car to you. I'll change my view to blimp view so that I can see a lot more of the track, see you getting to the pit lane exit, and see what cars are coming up and down the track. So even though you've got the F3 relative, because I think in the race there may well be 10, 12 cars on pit lane when you are, you'll lose sight of what's coming down the track. So if someone's actually looking and can tell you that it's clear, you don't have to worry about it.
Brilliant idea, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw so many other teams doing it on their streams, and I thought, why didn't we think of that before? They probably figured it out by practicing with the spotter options. Hi, JP. Juha Pekalami of Grip TV.
Options, to be honest, I don't know even how does it work.
Okay, I'm getting stutters. And so you can see the net result. My steering inputs are getting jerky because I can't rely on the car being where I think it's going to be. Oh, that was a nice exit. What I'm also doing by mistake sometimes is with my V2 pedals, I moved the brake plate, adjusted it so that it was closer to the throttle, so I didn't need to really move my foot much to blip on downshifts for the heel and toe. But what it does mean is sometimes when I go to hit the brake, where I need to get the car under control quickly, I don't move it left enough, so the outside of my right foot sometimes catches the throttle. So rather than me getting the control input in the turn I expected, I kick in some throttle and upset the car. Ooh, I didn't get my line right. See, that's typical V8 driving through that last turn, the throttle. Got on the gas too soon. Did the same in turn 1. Okay, let's warm the tyres up. Mistake there was I walked the car away from the apex and didn't mean to. Okay, I'm going to do one more timed lap when I finish this lap, and then give you the car so you can get up to speed for qualifying.
Okay, no problem. I discovered now that I can see even all the fuel, all these things, so I can see in this, all this overlays here.
Yeah, I just
Make sure it looks like we're
blew
gonna
the
have plenty
engine,
clearance.
so you can have the car now.
Okay, I'll put smaller amount of but it has 25 liters. Okay, it should be enough. Okay, I will go with this.
Fuel's almost out.
So average fuel burns around 3.3 litres. So average fuel burns around 3.3 litres, so I'll just start doing some calculations based on that. Okay, so I'm just gonna exit the session. I'll do it as soon as KB finishes his laps. I'll exit the session, restart the stream again so that it doesn't start buffering and lagging.
On your right, you're clear.
Hey, Hardstyle87, thank you for following. Sorry, didn't see that whilst I was on track. Hi, Rough Rider. Yeah, this is the VLN practice session. So right now, my teammate's in the car now, and we're just getting up to speed for the qualifying session. Sorry again to everybody if you're having trouble with the stream. I don't know, it might be either just issues with the game or issues with my internet connection, because the household is off as well, so maybe they're using the internet as well. Fair play. Oh, thank you, Rough Rider. Excellent. Well, last week I did it. I haven't been messing with it so much this week, but kept playing with the bitrate settings in OBS to try and find out whether or not we could hit on one that meant the stream would be seamless on tablets as well. So I'll stop tapping, you can probably hear that. But I still get buffering on my iPad and then when I look at it on my dashboard, video managed dashboard, everything looks perfectly fine. So I always start panicking, thinking you're getting a bad stream, and then people say in the chat, nope, looks perfectly fine from where we are. So yeah, as soon as, what I'll do now, whilst Christoph's waiting for the qualifying session to start, I'm just going to exit the game, come back in. So let me save it. So let me get rid of this. So let me save this VLN practice session. So I can exit the game and come back again. VLN practice, or training race is what this actually is. Training race practice. Save that. So I've got the replay. We'll just take a commercial break, shall we? I'll be back in a second. Literally, it'll be about as long as it takes for me to come out and come back in.
Say, at this point, do you think that
Okay, game's loading back up. And we're back. Hopefully that's resolved any stuttering issues I was having literally in game on the desktop. So what did I say? Fuel burn 3.3 pretty much. So, and we're probably going to race at, well, we can probably race in the 209s easily. We can probably push and get into the 8s if we wanted to. But I'm going to factor in traffic and say that what we'll probably do is average lap time of 2 minutes 10. So I'm not going to do it for this race. The race is supposed to be 4 hours. So simple 4 times 3,600. divided by 130.
Left side. Clear, clear, clear.
Okay, so it reckons 110 laps, 110.8 laps, so we'll call it 111 laps. And let's just make sure I've done that right. So, yep, 60 times 60, 60 minutes, so 3,600 seconds. Yep. In the hour, times it by the 4, divide it by the 130s. Yep, so times that then by 3.3.
Right side.
We probably need 365.5 litres for the race. And considering we can put 90 litres in the tank, 4 full tanks, 4.1 full tanks. So, literally, that's it. That's as complicated as we're going to get with our pit strategy. Or as sophisticated as we're going to get, I should say. We're going to run 4 stints, full tank, and we'll probably
You're clear.
have that point something spare. It all depends on whether our fuel burn rate goes up, but we'll adjust to that on the fly. We'll look at it as the race is going. Worst case scenario is that after the first stint we see actually we need to adjust. We need to do maybe a shorter stint or an extra stop, or we just need to save a little bit of fuel. I think I'm still getting a few graphic stutters, but hey, that's the way it is. It's going to have to stay that way. Hey, hi Psycho Fridge, hi Slow Edge. Welcome back, Strebo. So yeah, one of the things I want to get into the stream, because I know JP from Grip TV I should say, has it up on his, is I've got my heart rate monitor that I cycle with, and last year I think during the iRacing World Cup discussions we had a debate or conversation in a thread in the UK and Ireland club threads where people were talking about whether or not your heart rate does or doesn't go up sim racing. So a few of us who have heart rate monitors started replying. I think one of the iRacers was writing an article, and we all started posting in there what our heart rates were while sim racing I should say. So after having that discussion last year and then seeing in JP's thread that he put his heart rate monitor in, what I need to do is I think I need an Ant Plus USB stick for the computer, so that the signal from the Wi-Fi, well, the signal from the monitor, which is Bluetooth, can be picked up by the computer, and then I'll find some software or software and add it into the stream, because I think that'll be, for me, it'll be really good if I can look back after a race and see, well, how was I doing? It'll get me motivated again, because the exercise I do is more cardiovascular, I should say. And I'm not going to lie, most of the exercise I do, not only because I'm getting older and I need to take care of myself, but also is because sim racing, for a lot of people, they don't consider that there's any exertion involved. They have that whole stereotypical view. If you haven't seen that episode of South Park where they've got the World of Warcraft theme going on, and there's the gamer in his basement, I should say, beating them all. He's the guy that everyone imagines a gamer looks like. But for all of you that are watching that as sim racers, you know the truth. For those of you who've never sim raced at this level, you don't understand. It's not the same as when you're on a controller. Even on a controller, you probably still get your respiration rate up, but there's a lot of physical activity going on, and I think it's the equivalent of what you do, that resistance training, because you're holding the steering a lot sometimes and doing minute, you've seen it, minute adjustments to counter-correct the oversteer and things like that. You actually get a bit of a workout. So for me, whether it was press ups, the abdominal wheel that I use, barbells, dumbbells. I also cycled, but I'm a bit of a fair weather cyclist. I only cycle in fair weather, literally. So right now, autumn, winter, I don't cycle. And all of that was A, to be healthier. I'm 40 now, as my profile says, but also to help with sim racing. Yep, people probably would think you've got to be ridiculous. How is it going to help? Well, just like it would do in normal sports or motorsport, the longer you're racing, the more fatigue and stamina comes into it. And when fatigue and stamina come into it, as with anything, concentration starts to wane. As concentration starts to wane, your reflexes go with it, and you start making mistakes, and you stop making good decisions. You don't see danger approaching. You end up in the kitty litter or in the wall. So for me, what will be helpful is if I can get that USB stick, or if any of you know, is there a way to do it without having to do that? I have a Wi-Fi USB stick. I've got my iPhone, my iPad. I have a Wahoo. I would reach across and show you, but it's all over there.
I cannot trace because the game is all the time cutting. Frames are the same limit all the time, and I don't know what is happening.
No problem. Do you want me to? What I'll do is I'll do the rest of the qualifying session, and then I'll start the race. If you sort yours out and it works, if you do some offline testing and it works for you, then I'll give the car to you. If it doesn't work, then we'll see if we can sort it out for tomorrow. The stream just says though, you just put in a good lap though, so you can't. You're having issues, but you've just put in a 209.4. Yeah, I saw a page on the net, and it said the same way the iPhone and other Android devices pick up on, I think it's the ANT plus signal, or whatever it is, I have no idea. They said that I can get a USB stick that will pick up that signal and translate it. Okay, cars are coming down the track.
99 degrees for the hard drive is okay, for SSD drive, because I think maybe it's too much.
I'm not sure. Maybe someone in the chat lobby in the stream can help. Because, okay, I've still got graphic stutters as well, and mine might be temperature as well, because I've completely forgotten to open my window. So I'm going to try a couple of laps, and then I'm going to go across and open my window, because I think that's probably my problem as well. Because I've got the... Yeah, I didn't realise my room's quite warm as well. But yeah, so I'm going to get that device, and then what I'll do during my sessions, whether it's a race or practice, is I'll put on the heart rate monitor as well. So let me do one run, and then I'm going to open the window. So the first lap, I don't know what this car's like on cold tyres. I'm not expecting it to be anything that sets the world on fire, but without putting myself under any pressure, I'm going to try and get in the zone for the second and third lap, and lay down a time that leaves me with a sense. Got to get that right. Is he on the left or is he on the right? He's on the left. A sense that I didn't leave too much on the table. What it's gonna... I don't like taking there in second. But it might be better. Too early, too much. Okay. Did it again. I shifted down when I didn't mean to. Yeah, if I can at least put in a time that I consider respectable. Lay a hot one. I will try. Well, what did I just hit the mouse and... Not helpful. Okay, I'm tempted right now to look at my delta, but I'm not going to because it always puts me off. Oh, what you doing? He's trying to give me the line, to be fair to him, but I needed to be out on the left. That was the lap of what if. Yeah. But again, it's the out lap, so... Horrible gear shifts, Mark.
Going to be pitting here in a couple of laps. Just be aware.
Oh dear. Terrible apexes. Completely overdriving, overheating the tyres. Which means underperforming. So let's go back to driving like it's a V8. Oh no, Jens is far too close. Ah, nuts. Okay.
Right side, clear.
Wow. Okay, I'm guessing that was my fault. Okay, let me open the window. I'm getting stuttering. Okay. gives me an idea of what to add in. Ah, that's what a breeze that's just come in. Okay, see what I mean about pit lanes and the cars sitting on them, obscuring traffic. Let's give him the track. What I can add in to the overlay, I didn't think about it, was GPU temps and loads and all sorts. Just like having telemetry, so you can all see when my computer is about to blow up before I do. Okay, so Mark, concentrate, because it's absolutely poor etiquette to pass someone on your outlap when they're trying to put a time in. Unless it's somewhere where it makes absolutely no difference to anybody. So we're talking, if I was much closer, I could do it into Canada, but since that'll upset him in his braking zone, it's much better for me to catch up to him and pass him on the front straight. But to do that, first I need to catch up to him.
I will be in 1 minute mark. I will always have the computer and I will try to race. I raced in a certain course and I didn't see this problem, but maybe after the longer time it will appear, so I don't know what's happening.
Yep, no problem. Okay, he should give me the track because he just went off. His lap's over and he knows I waited for him. So this should be it. I should be close enough. Now, is he going left or is he going right? Ah. To be fair, I'm the car passing, so...
Clear.
Bad line. Ah, Mark. I've got a stutter. Do. Come on, Mark. Let's get into a rhythm. Okay. Plenty of time.
That's it, my man. 5 hard ones will get you some new skin.
Ah. Oh, if only Mark had some talent. Okay, I probably need new tyres, but we don't have the laps.
User joined your channel.
Very nice time, Mark.
Copy. Yeah, I knew that felt slower. Okay, one last try.
Do it this time, pit this time, pit this time.
Oh, ugly. Oh, ugly. Okay, we have nothing to lose.
Coming to the checker this time.
Wow, almost below 209.
Yeah, but I know I lost time. Yeah, I know I lost time on that lap. But that's okay. What's it? Yeah, 208.4 is the session optimal. There's definitely loads more time in the car. It's just my usual putting the laps together. But no. Let's park it up. So there's enough time to get the fuel in the car. Yep, good lap from you as well. So do you want to start the race as agreed? Let me put the fuel in the car and we'll just take it from there. We're not really bothering about where we finish or anything like that. It's just practice. So if you take the car, if you have issues and you want to pit, fine. Other than that, have fun.
Yeah, thank you. I will take the first stint as we agreed, and you can observe our fuel. Good luck to you on the
Yeah, I
second
did.
stint.
Yeah, I did some quick maths, and based on what I think we'll do as an average lap time, I think we will just do the race based on 4 full tanks. We'll see how it goes, but I think the 90 litres... Oh, actually, no. Was my maths... Oh, no. My maths are completely off. I forgot it's 90 litres. I'll do the maths again, but yeah, we'll just run and see where we are at half past. I'm such an idiot. It's a 90 litre capacity in the tank, not 100. I was thinking of the 112 you've got in the V8, so let's do the maths again on the fly.
Okay, I'm
36.
joining the grid now.
Good luck, I won't talk to you whilst you're racing. So, 3600 times 4
to go this time, by. Right
divided
side on
by
restart. Pit road's closed.
130 divided by 9, oh, times 9, divided by 90. Okay, so, yeah. Times 4. Times 3.3, that's what I missed. Divide that by 90. No, I was right. About 4 full tanks. I won't say anything now because Christoph's on the grid, but that was fun. There's definitely much more time in the car, but it takes a different style of driving to the V8. But hi, Here the monkey, or Jerry the monkey. Welcome to the stream. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I knew Pork Chop as I was doing it. If I might be wrong, but I think if we were to look back at how I was taking it in practice when I wasn't thinking about it, didn't care, I would just get the car out to the left, get it lined up, play with the throttle, and then as soon as I knew I was at the commitment point and on the apex, I'd just squeeze the throttle in, drive out, and I knew I wouldn't go off the track when I tracked out. I'd just drive it, and then after that kink, the right-hander, again, I would just hit my mark, turn in, hesitate a little bit, and then just squeeze and power through. Whereas what happened in the qualifying session was, remember I said that you'll see the difference between me in qualifying, where I pick up incident points and wreck the car and all sorts, and me in an official session, especially the race. I come back from that 98%, 100% to 95%. So in qualifying, you saw me at 95%. It was a faster time. That's just because I put more sectors together. So those two turns were probably a perfect example of what I'm like when I race. I come back from the edge. So rather than just thinking, let's just go for it like I would in practice, I think, let's go at the 95%. Whereas your split one drivers, the top 15 percentile, they wouldn't have hesitated. They would have just nailed it. And that's still, again, if you look at that book, the Inner Skier, that's that inner self, self 1, self 2. I let self 2, I think it's self 2, I should go back and read which one's self 1 and self 2, out of the closet, whereas I needed to lock him in the closet, padlock the closet,
behind the 30.
chuck the closet off a bridge, set fire to it as it went, and just got in the zone.
Got one in the dirt, coming back on.
So I'm going to let Christoph start. If you haven't hit follow already and you like what you see, please do hit follow. What I need to do is, common courtesy, is I need to go and look at who's hit follow and follow everybody back. Because that way, other people that come and look at the stream will see who I'm following and they'll then pick up on yours. So I completely forgot that, my bad. It's like Twitter, where people follow you and you don't follow them back, they soon unfollow. So yep, so everyone that's followed already and I haven't followed you back, apologies, but I will follow you back as soon as this is over. If I forget, send us a tweet at Blue Flag Racing and say you were going to follow us back. But yeah, this is the training race ahead of the VLN tomorrow, and I think some of the guys watching are in the race tomorrow as well. And this is just for us to figure out, yeah, how we think we'll do. Now,
Keep going, keep going.
again, as I said, most of the time you'll see us in, oops, you'll see us in,
All right, girl, all on you.
me particularly in the V8 supercar, but
ready?
when it comes to racing as a team, we prefer events like this where we're showing the car, so we're really glad iRacing finally got the team support and the car swapping. So let's have a look how it goes.
Left side.
So yeah,
Still there. Still there. Clear. Clear. Left side.
ooh,
You're clear.
yeah. So yeah, follow us wherever you care to. The stream definitely, but after this is finished, what I'll do is we'll upload all of the streams from today as well, put it in a playlist, and then when this goes live, when I start streaming or any of my other teammates start streaming, or the main Blue Flag Racing
Right
Twitch
side.
starts streaming. Nice pass.
Keep coming.
Ooh,
3
and
wide.
ooh,
Still there, still there. Right
Yeah.
side. 1 wide. Still there. Clear
He
if
was-
you need it.
yeah. He wasn't expecting them to have checked up so much, but hey, we'll take that. Sorry, whoever you were. But yeah, most of our activities on Facebook, so hit like there if you like. All of our replays get posted there. Also, if you look at the channel panels, you'll see we've just started a Flipboard magazine where we'll collate all of our replays and behind the wheel episodes, and also anyone else in the sim racing community that either is on the sim race teams on Facebook who posts their videos or any articles they write that give an insight into what it's like to be a sim racer behind the wheel. We'll collate those and reflip them into the Flipboard magazine as well. So if you use Flipboard or you've never, go have a look. It's on the left. I think just click on that, behind the wheel at Blue Flag Racing, or it's down below the channel. Have a look. Follow it if you like as well. You'll get, again, updates when we update stuff. Twitter. We're trying to just basically give back to the sim racing community and come out of our shell as a team. We're a bit reclusive as a team, hence the reason we're back on a recruitment drive. We needed to sort out the structure of the team first, get our priorities in place, get everybody in the team onto iRacing that's actively racing, because some were still in R Factor. So now we're recruiting. If you're an iRacer and you've got the same as Christoph said, we like gentleman racers, so that little tap we did, we wouldn't like doing stuff like that, but hey, it was unavoidable. So yeah, if you think you're a good fit for the team and you are planning to drive either the V8 or the GT3s or this, we're really thinking about getting heavily involved in the Cadillac. Send us an email. It's blueflagracing2007 at gmail.com. Ooh, plus
Still there.
recruitment.
Right side.
Ooh,
Only. Right side.
what
Clear.
happened?
Good job.
Ooh, that looked painful. Oops. Let's get all this out of our system before the race. Again, if that was us, we're very sorry. Let's have a look and see if there's any chat. Oh,
Beginning on the race and I have 12 incidents, my god.
oh, yeah, I saw that. I'll have to look at the replay to see what happened. I don't know if we went right into them or they came left into us. We'll have a look, but oh, I can see it on the stream probably. We don't like making contact with anybody. I was just there saying we like to be gentlemen racers and drive really cleanly, and would you like to come join us? And you're watching going, you got to be kidding. But
I hope there is no limit of the incidents in VLN, but as I remember, I think it's not.
no, I don't know. I don't think there are any incident levels. If there are, I think they're managed by the admins, not by the game. So yeah, so if you're interested, check us out. Check us out on Facebook, check us out on Twitter, check us out on Flipboard, we're on Google+, we've got a YouTube channel, we're here on Twitch. Each driver, I think most of the drivers have their Twitch channel. We have a team channel.
Yeah, in one incident, I mean the first one, I should have been more careful in my opinion, but I didn't expect that this guy in front of me would hit the another one.
Yeah, I saw that. That looked like a traffic jam waiting for an accident. I wouldn't worry about it. Get your head down. You just do your drive. We'll send any apologies we need to afterwards. But yeah, what you also get is low percentage moves.
But if you check, Mark, this free wide incident, I think it wasn't my fault because I had a free space and later someone hit me, but I don't know, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll look back at it. As I was just saying on the stream that I was just about to say, I should say that people push low percentage moves and forget they're in an endurance race. So I'll let you concentrate. Yeah, people, they do. They forget it's an endurance race and they push low percentage moves. They think, I've got to make the pass now. It's the beginning of the race, and everyone does that. And that's the thing, I think, I said it in one of the streams during the week or last week. At heart, sim races are races. The adrenaline starts flowing. Everyone then starts pushing, and accidents will happen, incidents will occur. And all you can do is, if it's your fault, say sorry. If it wasn't your fault, be gracious. And at the end of the day, it's a sim, it's a game. No one really got hurt, no one's lost any money. Let's just hug, make up, and move on to the next race. So yeah, that email address was probably a bit long, so I'll put it in the chat if you're interested. So yeah, we're looking at very specific kinds of drivers. We hate anything that would tarnish the team's reputation. We'd much rather maintain the respect of the community than win anything. So if you think you're interested and you've got aspirations, or you already drive the V8 supercar or the GT3s, or the Cadillac, then ooh, catch it, nice save. Then yeah, send us an email on that email, and what we'll do
To be honest, I cannot concentrate because of these problems with this computer.
Okay, no probs. As I said, if it gets to the point where it's causing you grief and you want to pit. Other than that, I'm not too concerned. This is just practice anyway. Yeah, and when it comes to events like this,
I agree with you.
yeah, when it comes to events like this, we always take the same approach. Now, if you're one of those teams that are entering it with the intention of winning and you're really good, I don't know how the team dynamics work inside, but I would imagine they're the same as ours. Whereas they may have a strategy in place to maximize the result, though, our strategy is always, if 3 drivers are starting in the car in the event, we would rather each driver got a stint, had some laps, and if the engine blows up after everyone's had their laps, who cares? It's about everyone having some fun and everyone getting involved. If that coincides with each driver's stint being fairly competitive and the car then staying on track. Hey Prior, send us an email. Definitely send us an email to that. As you'll see, honestly, we don't win many races. Would we like to win races? Of course we would. We finish our races, and as a team, what we get out of each event is it brought the team together. We practiced together, we built our strategy together, we developed the setup together, we chatted about it, there was camaraderie. We then sat in TeamSpeak and had chat during the race. This is new to us. Streaming before was always a case of either just streaming directly from the video card in the game, or streaming the game and not interacting with the viewers because we probably didn't have any viewers, or just after the race recapturing it and putting it on YouTube, whereas this actually interacting with people watching. So we're just grateful people feel interested enough to watch. Thank you. This is what it's all about for Blue Flag Racing. Being in a replay, in a stream, so everyone gets that moment of, oh look, there I am on screen, and they can go and show their family, their friends. That's what it's about for us in the team. We're not the fastest peddlers. We in our infancy as a team, back in 2007, early parts of 2010, etc., we wouldn't have cared how slow we were. Every driver was welcome, no matter how quick you were, as long as you had the right attitude. Where we are as a team now is we would like to recruit people that will complement the pace we have in the team. So we're still not the fastest. If we have people that aren't as fast, that's not a problem. If they've got the right attitude and they will get out of the experience some satisfaction, then all we'll do is we'll take every emailed application, we'll go into iRacing, we'll add you as a study driver, we'll have a look at your record to date, and we'll be looking for things. Also, what we'll do, we'll be transparent, is we'll have a look and see, well, what kind of posts do you put in the forum, because if you're the kind of person that's got a great attitude in the forum, the respect of everybody else, then you're more than welcome, because you would not tarnish the team. If you're the kind of person that likes to go into the forum and pour kerosene on every post and just cause drama, then we probably wouldn't get along well. We see drama and turn right. So yeah, if you're interested, email us. Yeah. Now what I need to do now is I just need to go and pop to the toilet, take a comfort break whilst Christoph's driving. I'll wait for him to hit the straight so I don't disturb him mid-corner. Okay, I'm just going to go and pop to the toilet for a second. I'll be back in a minute after I wash my hands, in case you want to talk to me.
Okay, thanks for information, Mark.
Otherwise, he'd pull into the pits at some point, and I wouldn't be there. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
He's moving, he's moving. Keep coming. Leaders on pit road. Be smarter. Get ourselves a solid top 5 today.
No, the blue flag roster, if you look at it, Rough Rider, if you actually look at the roster, you'll see that we pretty much only have like 5 or 6 active drivers. So we have Ralph Cullinan, Tiernan O'Keefe, Terry from Ireland, who predominantly do GT3, but we're probably going to think about see if we can get them to drive the Caddy as well, because Ralph was really quick in it earlier. Oh, that video is going to go up onto YouTube. When I do that, you'll see what we're like as a team. That was fun. We then have Rob Hooper, and Bailey Bell, who are from Australia. They do karting in real life. They're active at the moment. They predominantly drive the V8 supercar, but will mess around in the GT3 a bit as well. There's then myself, V8 supercar really. There's then Christoph, who's going to be focusing on the Caddy. There's then who else is active? I think that's it for active. We've got Raymond Cock, who's inactive at the moment. We've got to focus on family stuff, but will probably be active in a few weeks or a couple of months. Then we have Mike Larson, who's got to rebuild his PC. He's been inactive for about a year now, but is looking to come back in the next few weeks or so. We then have Mikhail Kratz, who's inactive. Christopher Larson, who are father and son, who are inactive really. They're legacy members. Ivan Novi's the team owner really. He doesn't race much. He will come on for fun sometimes, so he's a bit inactive really. Who else? Rainis Dreyers, who was active all year pretty much, but is now on the inactive roster because he's got to focus on his mountain biking mountain biking in the real world. So we really only have about 6 active drivers. You could take the inactives, and out of the inactives, the ones who potentially will be back on track at any time soon is Rainis, Raymond potentially, Mike Larson possibly. Everyone else, no. Christopher Larson will be online every so often. We'll see him racing in Assetto Corsa, but other than that, yeah, the roster looks bigger than it actually is. No, again, send us the email, prior954, because events like this, we wouldn't expect every driver to drive in them anyway. That, again, today it's just myself, Christoph, and myself who are available to drive the cars. So tomorrow, again, it'll probably be only myself, Christoph. So from that entire roster that you're looking at, there's only 2 of us that are available to drive the car tomorrow, because you'll see it emblazoned all over the team profile or our banners and stuff. For us, real life comes first. So if someone's got to work, or someone has a family event, or someone's got to whatever, insert real life, it doesn't matter. All that we would ask is, if you've said I'm going to race in this league event and then can't make it, is that you'd let us know, well, I can't make it anymore. And there'd be no hard feelings if we couldn't. There's been we race in the Sim Racing Team Challenge as well, where you put 3 cars on the grid and the best 2 placed cars for each team score points. And in the last race, none of our cars were there. I think one qualified or was going to qualify, but everybody had something. Some of our overseas drivers, it was 2-3 a.m. in the morning, so they overslept or couldn't race. Another one had issues with work. Myself, as I said, I'm back at work on Monday, and I regularly will
Right side,
do
clear.
9-hour days or 10-hour days. Ooh, looped it. Well held there, because Christoph kept that pressure at bay. Yeah, so right now you've seen a lot of activity from me over the last 2 weeks. That's because I'm on holiday, and under normal circumstances, the reason I drive the V8 is because the fact there aren't that many races that go official works for me. I can't do a lot of racing during the week, so there are no huge expectations. We just, even if it's a case of someone says, well, I'm going to drive the V8, I'm going to drive the GT3, I'm going to drive the Caddy, and I'm just going to run the official series, that's fine. And if they only raced one out of every 3 races, that's up to them how many they race. The activity that we'd like is, well, do they interact with the team on Facebook? Do they interact with the team on TeamSpeak? Are they alive? So yeah. But anyway, enough of me selling the team. How far into the race are we? Okay, so 8 minutes left. I should have a look at the fuel burn so I get a proper idea of how much it's going to be. Okay, so yeah, 3 point, let's see, is it actually updating? Let's close it, start it back. Let's see if it's actually updating with real time. Hi Doc Brown, welcome back. Hi Ad Inferi. This app doesn't keep up. It says there's 10 people viewing, but when you then look and see who's in the lobby, it says there's 3 people. So what position are we in? So I'm happy with that. We're only 19 seconds. He's done a really good job. So 11 laps in, and we've only lost 2 seconds per lap. So even this, this is what the team's like. This is more satisfying for me, watching Christoph on track, having fun, laying it down, enjoying himself. As he said, tonight, tomorrow he's off work, so he's actually got the time to focus on it. Otherwise, normally he sometimes has to juggle, well, not sometimes, he has to juggle work, family, wouldn't necessarily always have time to get on track, get into an event. So watching him having fun, laying it down, is actually more satisfying for me than me breaking into that 208 in qualifying, or me taking the car over and doing a really good stint. I will be gutted if I take the car over, pop the engine, or crash off because I would have messed up his race. However, he'll get out of the car, he'll go, job done for me. If I get in the car and put it in a wall, he won't care. He'll just say, don't worry about it, it's not a problem. That's how we are. Don't know what other teams are like. You might end up, I don't know, hung, drawn and quartered, but for us, yeah, it's all about just having fun. What we want to do though is we want to get more events like this, more team events. Historically, as a team, we really were an endurance team. We started out in 2007, and we would have raced on Race Sim Central, we'd have raced on Race Department, the Simbim titles, Richard Burns Rally, R Factor a lot. We'd have done a lot of the touring car tournaments in Race Department, individual events as team members. However, it was when R Factor really started releasing, or the mods did, started releasing those mods that let you do those endurance events, that the team really found its niche and came into its own. So our most memorable moments for me as a team, I love that camera angle, were when we entered events like the 10 hours of Fuji, and we drove a Aston Martin GT1. And again, it was like this. It was watching the other drivers drive their stints, working out strategy, talking on TeamSpeak, watching the stream, doing housework, cooking, eating, vacuuming, showering, brushing your teeth, coming back, people getting out of bed, drinking coffee, getting in the car for their stint, and it will take over your life because you'd have to practice in the months leading up to the event, up to the season starting, I should say, and then the weeks in between each event. And R Factor was so soul destroying for that, because if anyone's raced it, you know what it's like. You were just as likely at the driver swap to get...
Mark, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Yep.
Pit in this lap or the next one?
If you pit this lap, because we've got 42.7 litres left, yeah, if you pit this lap. I'll change the fuel.
Okay, I will pit this lap then.
So we're 28 minutes in. We've... Oh, where's ice speed gone? Sorry, didn't realise it hadn't come back up. So we're 28 minutes in. Yeah, it's not updating because I'm not in the car, Christoph is. And we've used 50 litres really, haven't we? So if I put 10 more litres in, we should have 52. Let's put, will it let me put in, it won't let me put in increments of 1. It will in the V8. I'm going to be conservative and I'm going to put 15 additional litres on top, and then we should have enough fuel to get to the end. If not, and my maths is off, yeah. Okay, so 40 litres left. So he's used exactly 50. So I'm going to put more in just in case I burn more fuel than he did. And again, this is training, so it's just to get an indication. But yeah, those were the races that we absolutely loved because... Hi Paris75, welcome to the stream. Hi everybody else. Hi Joyrider.
Good luck, Mark, then.
Thank you. If you hit escape first, get out the car.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. It's just that I want to see if we can avoid that iRacing driver change bug where it drops the car out of the heavens.
Yeah, I heard about it, and I heard that it has been already removed, as I remember. But it's better to do it in this way. I agree.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that, so I wasn't sure. Oh, there's me sitting in the pits and the fueling has been finished. Okay.
I will see the replay now and see my incident because I'm a little disappointing of my driving on the beginning. So as you can see, the concentration is very important at the beginning of the race.
It's a really good stint. Now let me see if I can get straight on it. Yeah, but even in the beginning, we'll, like you said, we can look back on the replay and we can debrief and see what did or didn't happen. But you survived, you brought the car in a good position. So yeah, good stint.
Okay, I don't disturb you. Good luck again, Mark.
Okay, see, I didn't scrub off enough speed then. And the reason was I distracted myself because I started to think I'm about to make a really bad gear change. So don't hit the throttle because you've just shifted down with the engine's revving too high. So I didn't want to hit the throttle, which meant I couldn't correct the oversteer that was going to come as I turned into the apex. So yeah, I think Christoph, as I was saying, drove a really good stint. And for me, like I said, that's more satisfying for me that he actually got his stint in than anything else. And now I just need to concentrate and not ruin his stint by wrecking the car. So I'm going to stop talking for a bit, and if you lot want to chat with Christoph, say so in the chat, because if you do, what I'll do is I'll mute TeamSpeak, and then if Christoph needs me, all he has to do is just poke me in TeamSpeak and I'll put the volume back on. So if you want to talk to Christoph and find out more about the team, especially recruitment opportunities, let him know in the chat. Or if you've just got questions about the team, let him know in the chat. Me, I'm going to shut up for a bit and dial myself into the race pace. See, I took there much better than I did on any lap in qualifying. And that's the best I've taken there all day, because that's how I would have done it in the V8. Take off some speed, get into the gear I want for apex, and let the car fall into the apex. See what I mean about in the race dropping into a different mode? I'm in endurance mode at the moment, so I'm braking earlier, lighter, rolling the car more squeezing the throttle, not jamming it. Very much like in the V8, because I'm thinking, look after the components, look after the tyres, look after the engine, look after the gearbox, because, yep, you're going to need to use them for a long time. Again, there, I was overly conscious that I had too high an engine speed when I was going to shift, so it just threw me off in the braking zone. So again, you lot talk to Christoph, I'm going to get my head down. Too chicken to get off the brake pedal. Cost me ugly lap time. Christopher, are you spotting on my car? If so, can you turn it off? Because I'm not getting any spotticles. I don't think you are, but I'm not getting any spotticles at all.
Yeah, I don't know why it was I was spotting you, to be honest. I don't know how. I have already switched it off because it was I was spotting you.
Thanks. Although, to be fair, when I'm driving my car on the road, I don't have a spotters, and I do fine. See, that's what I didn't do in qualifying, just trust I had it hooked up. And this is what I mean, I'm not a hot lapper. I usually race better than I hot lap or qualify. Probably because I go into the zone. Possibly because I don't have the ego to qualify. Great. Now the graphics stutters are here. I don't know if I just kicked up some dirt or if someone's off the track somewhere on track. Yep, looks like it. I see dust.